Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another exciting episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye spinach. He's the tranquil dart of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up Boston, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go. Catch him if you can. Said his name in Ghana, now they love him in Japan. No cap, the worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guest tonight is a young man who is actually one half of one of the Lone Star State Texas's tag teams. They're a new tag team. They'll be making their appearance at Lucha Brutal's Hold My Beer. I'm sorry, as much I love Brutal, ain't nobody holding my beer. I love my beer. They can hold my whiskey and my whiskey star, but not my beer. But everybody, welcome to the show. One half of Horsepower. That's right. The Powerglider Eddie Martinez.
Woo! Man,
Eddie,
thank you.
honestly, you're welcome, man. Welcome to the show. We really and truly appreciate you giving us opportunity. We're actually very excited because we haven't had anybody really. We haven't really had people from DFW, graduate from the DFW All Pro Wrestling Academy on our show. It's been very sparingly. I mean, we had I know, yeah, it's crazy. We've had a lot of people from ROW. We've had a couple of people from, I think I'd like to say the hybrid school of wrestling, but we've never really had a lot of people from DFW. We've only had, I don't know if you know this girl, Angelique Winter Popea, and we've had Killer Kate.
Ah, yes, I know her.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
we're very grateful for having another person from that school as well. We've heard y'all been doing great things and y'all been making a name for yourselves. So, but hey, it's Texas. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, you guys like have one of the biggest you're one of the biggest pro wrestling hubs when it comes to pro wrestling. And I've been very fortunate to see like wrestling there twice. So y'all definitely do good work over there. But how's everything over there, man? How's the weather? How's everything with you going, man?
Oh my God, right now Texas is killing me right now with this hot weather. Oh, whoo, we're in the 95, 96, 97. It just this whole week it's just been one hot day after another. Like if I take 1 second outside, I'm already burning. That's how hot it is here in Texas. Like, man, it's just the weather right now is killing us.
What, man? I tell you, if I probably lived in Texas, I probably wouldn't even pay for any gas, man. I'd just like put my food outside and just let the heat do the work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. But it's just been crazy right here in Texas lately. Like I kid you not, born in Texas, man, there's so many stuff I haven't seen lately. I need to travel around in Texas I haven't seen mostly the south side of Texas, but the north side I'm pretty been there many times. But the south side is the most opportunities I need to go look at.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I was in Texas like 7 years ago, almost 7 years ago. I was in San Antonio, and I was there from April to no, I was there from September to April. So when it was just getting hot over there, that's when I left. And yeah, man, it was fun times over there, man. And I got to see the Riverwalk and everything. Went to Austin. Everybody seems like I don't know if you've ever been to Austin, but everybody seems to be like a rocker over there. Like they look like they're part of a rock band that's up and coming and whatnot. And it's a really cool vibe. I mean, that in a good way. Like it's a really cool vibe over in Austin, man. A lot of bars and everything. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a party city right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Austin's been
So,
like it's been great over there.
oh yeah. So I gotta ask, man. In terms of professional wrestling, and I ask pretty much like 99% of our guests this. What was the event or the pay per view that made you become a fan of professional wrestling? Like, how did that happen?
Oh, how professional wrestling for me. Oh man, it was a journey. Like with the one event that sparked me, and I kid you not, it was way when I was just a kid. Like man, it was No Way Out, 2004, Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar. When I saw that the match right there, like I was already a huge fan of Eddie Guerrero, but that match it sparked me. It told me as a kid, this is my dream. This is what I want to work on later on in life. When I get older, I want to become a professional wrestler. That match set my tone, told me that's my dream. And next thing you know, I'm here, I'm living it, and I'm doing the work every single day, day in, day out.
Wow, that's cool. That's a classic. Um, that was a classic right there. Like Eddie Guerrero's WrestleMania 20 match. That was a real classic. I definitely enjoyed it. I was very happy for him because he was the first Mexican WWE champion, and I was like, and me like I've been watching wrestling for 31 years, and I've seen like I know that Mexico has actually provided many great wrestlers to the world of professional wrestling. And to actually see somebody like Eddie Guerrero actually rise up and get that championship, I was very happy for him because one, I've never been a Eddie Guerrero fan, but I respected his ability. Like I've never like not watched a match of his, and I was very happy that he actually got that he actually got the opportunity to be a champion. And I was also glad that that same night when he was wrestling Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit finally got the world championship that time too. So I'll never forget when they hugged it out in the ring, and I was like, wow, that's friendship goals right there. They started in ECW, then WCW. Now they're big time in WWE, holding the titles at WrestleMania. That's goals right there, man. So did you ever
Oh
get to
man, it
meet
is.
Did you ever get to meet Eddie or Chavo or any of the Guerreros?
Unfortunately, I never got to meet Eddie Guerrero or Chavo Guerrero. None, like, it sucks that I never got to meet them, but I feel like maybe someday in the future I'll get to meet Chavo Guerrero. Like, it's unfortunate that Eddie Guerrero passed away from us, and man, when I heard the news about that, I got in tears and everything, but I never got to meet him. I got to watch him many times, but I never got to like actually meet him. But Chavo Guerrero is one in the bucket list I do want to meet one day.
Yeah, Chavo's a really great wrestler. It's just like it's just too bad that he never got like more of like. I mean, people know of him, but like he's never reached the level of Eddie. But I would definitely take a seminar from Chavo any day, man. Like I would sit down and just listen attentively, like to what that man has to say, because he's another one like not never boring in the ring. Has great in ring prowess and so on. I did get to see his daughter, not well, Eddie's daughter, Shawl, wrestle this past year for GCW, and woo, homegirl can go in the ring, man. If you've never seen her, I don't know if you've ever seen her wrestle before, but yeah, she can go.
Oh man. Ooh. Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
about her, but I never got the chance. I never got to see her, but when I do, I'm be surprised as well. I'm like, oh, okay, she can go, definitely.
yeah. So now that you're a fan and you're cheering your favorites and booing the bad guys and whatnot, um, did you ever get a chance to like go to like a WWE show or Impact or even an indie show growing up?
Yes, I went multiple times to WWE shows, and the first WWE show I went, and it was a surprise. It was a gift to me. It was WrestleMania 32 when it was here in Dallas. That I remember watching wrestling on the WWE Network before it got shut down, but I remember just getting everything ready, like snacks and all that for WrestleMania 32. And next thing you know, here comes my older brother coming in and surprised me with tickets to WrestleMania 32. So we dropped everything we had to do. We got on that car and we went to WrestleMania right then and there. Like I was so surprised that it was unreal because at that time, oh man, I was a huge fan of AJ Styles. When AJ made the jump to WWE, I was like ready to get to see him live. Get to hear his music live was a whole different experience. And then after that, in 2017, I went to a Raw and SmackDown here in Dallas. And then the Impact Wrestling was another show a couple months later in that year that appeared in Dallas as well. And I went to that one. It was somewhere in Deep Ellum, but I got to see RVD at that time. It was just amazing. Like the experience watching a WWE show or Impact Wrestling show live is just it's truly a phenomenal experience. Like I kid you not.
Yeah, that wow. There's nothing like WrestleMania. So my first WWE show I ever went to was a WrestleMania. It was WrestleMania 28, and yeah, there's nothing like it, man. Like you just leave there like, wow. I I always tell people if WrestleMania weekend in your town, if you take part in the festivities, and I'm sorry for those that like those y'all that are gonna cancel me for this. And no, I don't do drugs, but it's like you take a pill and it takes you to a whole different land. And by the time the weekend is done, you're like, you wake up and like, what the hell happened? Like, where did I go the last 4 days? I did that. We were over there. What? Wow. Damn you, WrestleMania weekend. You got me all messed up, you know? That's how I felt when it came to Miami. I was living in Fort Lauderdale, Florida at the time. And that's exactly how I remember the weekend going from like Tuesday up until the actual WrestleMania on Sunday. It was just everything to do almost every day of that week and so on. So now that you're a fan, you went to WrestleMania and all that. How did your transition go? How did your transition go from wrestling fan to now professional wrestler?
Ooh, so that the transition for that, it's a story for that. Like it happened at the time while I was in high school. 4 years of high school, I did amateur style wrestling. All those 4 years, and so I was already hooked into the wrestling world in high school. Doing, I started freshman year. I started at like almost 200 pounds. I was at the time like 198, but wrestling at the 200 weight class, and I dropped down to 150 by my senior year, and I made it to regionals twice, and district I came second place. But it was at that time, man. I could, I was like so dedicated into amateur style wrestling, and then the way it happened, one day, a couple of my friends asked me, "Man, Eddie, if you're so good at this, have you like what was your dream as a kid?" And when they asked me that question, that's when the professional wrestling came back into my head because I was so hooked into amateur style wrestling. And then when I got asked that question, I went ahead and looked up to a place that trains professional wrestling, and it came to find out found DFW All Wrestling Academy. It was on Facebook. I looked at their page, and since there I saw they had tryouts they do, so I got hooked into that. Did a tryout with them back in December of 27. I want to say 2017. Yeah, December 2017. I did my tryout with them, and next thing you know, I was like, I wanted to do this. This is my goal. This is what I really love to do, and that's where I made the jump. After that, I enrolled into the academy, and I graduated from the academy in 2019. Like, it was a ride from the transition being a fan and then doing amateur style wrestling and then putting myself into the professional wrestling world. Since then, I just kept going forward and forward and forward. Like, it was a non-stop experience for me. Like, getting to see all the ways the abilities you do in the ring is just like, it's unbelievable. And that was the way I transitioned from being a fan by being a professional wrestler right now.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, DFW, y'all definitely got a lot of like impressive people, coming out of there, and yeah, I hope I definitely get to catch a show if I'm ever in the Dallas Fort Worth area because I've been to shows in Texas. I've seen some of the shows that Texas has even online, and they've never disappointed. I've always left them satisfied as well. So how was your first match? How were you like nervous or were you like, you know what? I got trained by some of the best, I got this, or was it like a combination of both?
Oh man, so my first match, the very first match I did over there in DFW Pro, I remember that moment, that single day. I was the nervous, like it was in me. It was kicking in. I was so nervous seeing like, oh man, I was wondering how I was gonna like get the fan reaction. I was just like in the backstage. I was drinking like a lot of water bottles because that's how nervous I was. But man, once I went out there in that curtains, all that just completely went away. I just saw all the fan right there start cheering for me, getting behind me and everything. And my first match, and next thing you know, after I came out, like after the match was over, backstage and everything, I was like, wow, that was unbelievable. That was amazing. And next thing you know, I just went and took off since then. Since my first match, I went and took off. But then, fortunately, a couple weeks ago, we had me and my tag team partner Nate. We had our last match in DFW All Pro. It was a farewell match for like a couple of us, and it was a big one, but it was our very last match in DFW All Pro. It's been a truly a ride, like being there and just like competing there. But we had our last match a couple weeks ago.
That's cool. So you're speaking of tag teams, you're one half of one of the newest and up and coming tag teams in Texas, Horsepower, with your tag team partner Concrete Nate Collins. Spoiler alert, you probably know this already. Nate knows this and he's probably watching. But for those of y'all watching at home or wherever you are, he'll actually be on our show tomorrow around the same time. But tell us, man, what your side of the story? How did Horsepower come together, man? How did Concrete Nick Collins and the Powerglider Eddie Martinez come together and make that awesome tag team, man?
Man, that right there. Oh my God. I still have it in my head how everything came together. Like it was one match we had and they put us together. Like let's see how Eddie and Nate Collins team up as a team together one day. It was us two up against the Chili Boys. And I kid you not, we out of nowhere had matching colors. We had matching colors. I had my Mexico top color, the red, white, and green, and they had the same colors as well. We're like, well, we're over kind of matching a little bit. And next thing you know, and we're at this time in that match, we're already over. People already know who he was. They just and seeing that on the match card, like, oh my God, we're gonna see Eddie and Nate teaming up. What? And once we went out there, man, it looked like we were already a tag team. We went out there, fans were erupting, going crazy for us. Every single moment we had, the fan was just blowing up one by one. And man, then after that, we had people backstage were telling us, "Hey guys, you guys look like a tag team. Like you guys have to be a team, like for real." Me and they looked at each other like, "Man, we got momentum going on right now, Nate." And next thing you know, we're coming up ideas. What should be the team's name? So you got the Concrete Cowboy, Nate Collins, right? And then you got the man with the speed, the Powerglider Eddie Martinez. And we're thinking about then the whole day I'm thinking about this, and I see a Mustang car just drove by, and I looked at it, and then right there it clicked. Horsepower. Seeing that Mustang, the idea came together. I'm like, okay, Cowboy and a racer you come put those two together, you get like a Mustang, and next you know, I was just writing down ideas, and name just popped up right in there, Horsepower. And since then, we took that establishment as being Horsepower to a whole new level in the tag team division. Once we let the whole entire world know who we are, people were blowing up like, "Oh, you guys gotta check these guys out!" Like everywhere in Texas knew who were Horsepower right then and there. Like we went ahead and picture with each other, and then I got everything all together. We got our gear together made, and we went out there, and people were just loving us. We got hats, headbands, 8x10 pictures. We got necklaces, shirts as well. Man, one day we had a whole show, nothing but Horsepower merch out there. We like the fans were having the merch. Some people had the hats, some people had the shirts, headbands. They had it all. Like that right there for me. It felt really special. And Nate even also, if you ask myself, this moment we have going on, it's really special. It's like something unbelievable that nobody never thought these two would come together and make this happen.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. And I hope that we get to see more of y'all on like a national, hopefully international level, man. Like, have y'all gotten to wrestle outside of Texas yet? Like,
Oh,
Louisiana
we
or Oklahoma or
like I kid you not, we already got like already show for us next year, 2022. Horsepower is going to Mississippi. That's how crazy it is right now. Like we got so much going on. Like when we formed the team, we had people already reaching out to us like, hey, we want horsepower. Can we get horsepower over here? And we went to some shows as horsepower. We went to like one we went separately, but in our matches we were announced one half of horsepower was New Texas Pro. Like me and they were in the same show for New Texas Pro, had a singles match, but in our introduction they said one half of horsepower. So we're like, oh man, it's pretty cool. But right now we're just blowing up with so many people reaching out to us that Mississippi already wants us for next year for 2022 for a tag team tournament that's gonna go on. And this year we got everybody asking us when is horsepower will be available at this time or doing like it's just so crazy right now where there's so much opportunities open, the doors are open to us that we're just taking the tag team division by storm right now. We want to rev up the tag team. Like I don't know, for me personally, I haven't seen this like the tag team division sparked up like this like since maybe in 2017 here in Texas, but I knew for a fact if B and A came together, we were gonna spark it up, and we did. We were just like, man, it's like that feeling that for tag team that I had back then is coming back for me. Like, man, I just remember seeing like the tag team division was so awesome at that time, but then it kind of faded away. But then when Horsepower came together, we sparked it right back up. Like it's like this Saturday coming up, August 28th, we're going against Fly Dip, a dream match that people never thought was gonna happen, but it's gonna happen now.
wow, that's cool, man. Hey, Fly Def, I'm that match with y'all and Fly Def. Woo, hoo, hoo. Man, I'm familiar with them too. We've never had them on the show yet, but Zach Mason and Warren Johnson, I'm familiar with them two dudes. I've been knowing about them for like 3 years from reality of wrestling, and I'm like, yo, that's gonna be a match. Like, I'm
It's
surprised.
and it's gonna be one
I'm
crazy match like
surprised.
this match.
I
Oh,
don't
go
mean to
ahead.
cut you off. I'm just gonna say I'm surprised that they have not been the amount of times they've been wrestling. They have not been picked up, but it would not surprise me if really soon they get picked up. Um, they're yeah, but go ahead, man. What are you gonna
Oh
say?
my god, I feel like they're gonna get picked up. Like we're seeing more Fly Dip in AEW Dark. Like sooner or later, we're gonna see more in AEW. Like like right now, this match is gonna be a banger, like a big special match to me. And they like it's a not only a tag team match, it is a number one contender for the Lucha Brutal Tag Team Championship. That's how crazy this match is gonna be this Saturday. And just man, like it was already crazy for me. I got to see Fight for the first time I got to see them was in a VIP show here in Texas, and dude, like those guys can go. Like those guys blew me away. I'm like, man, I wish one day I can get in the ring with them. And now that day is finally happening. Like me and they we already appeared in VIP before, and now we're gonna appear in a first time ever. Like they has already appeared in Lucha Brutal, but this is gonna be my debut for Lucha Brutal and also Horsepower's debut as a team for Lucha Brutal. And seeing this match is just seeing that card like Horsepower against Blind Death, like I'm telling everybody, you cannot miss this match. Like it's a once in a lifetime. Like we don't even know when we will see a rematch of this match. Like this might be the first and last time we ever see Horsepower and Flying Death colliding in a match. Like that's how much like for me that's special for me for this match. Like I'm excited. I know Nate is excited. We're like I'm just telling the whole world like you gotta tune in this Saturday.
Yeah, that match is gonna be crazy. I already know it. I'm actually kind of jealous. I'm not in Texas right now, but yeah, definitely got to. Ooh, I gotta find somewhere to see that match, man. I got definitely got it because, like I said, y'all against Zach and Warren. Ooh, it's gonna be
Ooh
something.
man,
Yeah, but
man.
Yeah. So in terms of so I just got a couple more questions before I turn it over to Rob. I actually got two more. My second to last one is horsepower. After y'all face Fly Def, which in my opinion is one of the top tag teams on the independent circuit. Um, who, in your opinion, I'm sure Nate's probably going to give me a different answer when we have him on tomorrow. But for you, who are the top five tag teams that you would like to see yourself and Nate go up against in the near future? They could be from anywhere: New Japan, WWE, Impact, Ring of Honor, AEW, heck, even the indie circuit.
Man, that's gonna be a tough one right there. There's so many great talents out there. And, oh man, I know for one, man, it's gonna be. Hmm. Oh man, it's just so many. It's like, it's just only five to pick. Oh man. Ooh, let's see. Let's see. I know for one, I want to see me and they go against the Young Bucks. That's top on for me. The Young Bucks. And man, I remember watching this used to be when they were together. It was the Undisputed Era when they were together back then. That was a dream match. That was one a fantasy match I had. It was one of them. But seeing them broke up and everything kind of like breaks my heart. But that was a dream match I had in my head one time. Just see us going against them. The Good Brothers from the Good Brothers as well. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Man, those two guys, man. What else? Who else? We know one team here in Texas. We're gonna face them in September 25th. They call themselves the Bible Club. So that was another dream match I had, and it's gonna happen here in Texas on September 25th. So we're finally gonna go in the ring with those two, with the Bible Club on that single day, which is I'm excited as well. Man, there's so many tech kids out there. Like we want like for me and Nate to go against. Like it's just crazy. It's like see the opportunities we have going on here in Texas and the opportunity we can get over there out of Texas, like maybe in Louisiana or New York, Chicago. Man, there's so many places I can name here in the United States that I want to see us go up against. But and it's just right now the tag team division is sparking up for me. It's like it's truly a phenomenal ride.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I hope y'all get the touch all over America, man. I'm talking like from Texas to Oklahoma, Louisiana, California, all the way over to Chi-Town, over all the way over to New York. Just a heads up, the New York crowd is a totally different crowd. They come up with creative chants and all that, but and it's one of the greatest wrestling scenes you will ever encounter is the New York wrestling scene. And I hope y'all get a chance to actually experience that. I don't know if you've ever been to New York before outside of wrestling, but if you do, it will be unlike any other. It's one of the best cities a city person can go to, and also Florida. I hope y'all get to check out Florida. It's nice down there. I used to live there for 7 years, and yeah, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Man, you just gotta love it. But I hope y'all get to travel because it's always great to do what you love, get paid for it, and get to see the world as well too. So I'm definitely hoping that happens for you and Nate, man. And best believe if I see y'all on AEW, I'll be like, yo, Rob, they made it, bro. Like we just had them guys on our show. We've done that before too. Actually, we had a guy, Danny Limelight. He was on it. He was on here like many months ago. It's probably been a year now. And yeah, I saw him on AEW Dark, and I called Rob like, hey, yo, Rob, look, go on YouTube, bro. Go on, check out AEW Dark on YouTube. Like, trust me. And he's like, okay. He's like, oh snap, that's Danny Limelight. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, we just had him on the show. Yeah, now he signed to MLW and stuff. Really glad for him, man. But yeah, my last question, man, before I actually turn over to Rob is so you pretty much said you guys pretty much want to wrestle all over the country. Um, are there any particular um, companies that you want to get a shot at?
So there is two companies that I want me to get shot at. One is in Las Vegas, and the other one is in Tampa, Florida, which I already been in Tampa, Florida this year. It was early this year, but I got to see the place. and there was like so many different promotion runs in Tampa, Florida. But the one in Las Vegas is called FCW, and then the other one in Tampa is called GCW Gaming Change. I just know I think it's Gaming Changing Wrestling, but it's in Tampa, Florida. I
Wait,
don't know if you heard of
I know
those
what you're talking
before.
about. There's two GCWs actually. There's Game Changer and then there's
Yeah,
Generation Championship Wrestling. Generation?
I think Generation. Yes, Generation. It's the one with the, like kind of green logo
Yeah.
with it. That's the
Bro,
one.
funny thing is we had the owner Jeremy Gomez. He was on our show like last year. We had him on here. Actually,
What?
that was the first and only wrestling show for last year that I went to. It was GCW. That's where I saw Shaul Guerrero wrestle. It was really good. Yeah, GCW in
Yeah,
Tampa.
yeah, that's the one I went because earlier this year we had like so many showcases in this Egyptian building over there in Tampa that was running all these shows, and it was New Texas Pro was running the show there and DFW as well. Like DFW
Yeah.
just went over there to go run the show, and I was in both shows, but in this place called the Egyptian Shrine. I don't know I know it's called Egyptian, but it's a cool building. And next thing you know,
Yeah.
that single day I saw Leo Rush who was fighting. He had a match, but it was for a different promotion at the time. I'm like, bro, this place is cool. I saw Leo Rush in there, and I forgot his opponent's name, but it was a crazy moment. I'm like, this is a place I want me and Eddie come here because when we saw that promotion in Tampa, and we saw the other one in Las Vegas, those are the main two that I want to see Horsepower get a chance to be a part of.
Yeah. The one in Las Vegas, I didn't hear it correctly. You said it was FSW?
FSW.
Oh man, that's another big one. Yep. Hey, honestly, bro, I hope you get those two, man. Woohoo! Now
Man.
you and Nate just became one of our dream match wrestling. Wait, is there any tag team in FSW you're trying to wrestle?
Well, I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know if they had like a tag team division going on over there. I haven't like got into deep into like research myself for SW, but if there's a tag team division in there, we want some.
We know a tag team that we would go very because so we have a thing called Dream Match Wednesday where we actually match up like two wrestlers. It could be two up and coming ones. It could be a legend and a modern day one. It could be an up and comer and a legend. Just for jokes. It's not anything for like people to like debate and fight over it. It's just like for fun that we do it. And yeah, we actually have the perfect team that we would match y'all up with. So yeah, I think we're gonna put that on for this week. But yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be you and Nate against. And for those y'all watching, the only hint that we're gonna give is they've been on our show before. That's all we're gonna say. Rob, you're a smart guy. You have the IQ of Albert Einstein. I already know you probably already know who it is. But yeah, you'll see who it is. But hey, real talk though, Eddie, I really and truly hope that you know you and Nate reach all the goals you want as a tag team. You get to go to FSW and GCW. I really hope you get to experience all over the country because that's a great thing. You know, traveling and like I said, just getting your name out there. It's a wonderful thing, and I really wish it for y'all. And if y'all ever go to Japan, I'm gonna tell you right now from first-hand experience, take it with a smile, go and embrace it. You will love it. You may not even want to come back to America, but yeah, definitely take it in as well. But and best believe if I ever see you at a show that I'm at, I will be starting the Eddie chant. No disrespect to Eddie Guerrero, but I'll be starting it for you as well.
Hey man, that's the chat love.
I don't know how far I'm gonna get with that, but no disrespect to Eddie Guerrero, but I can't call you Powerglider. It's going to seem kind of weird. So yeah, but I'll definitely start an Eddie chant for you, man.
Hey, thank you.
Rob, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
All right, sweet. Thank you, Grammy. So, what's going on, man? How's everything going down in Texas, man? Other than being hot, man. How's your day been?
My day's been kind of smooth today. It's a great day for me so far. I had a good breakfast. I made my own French toast, and it was so bomb. I enjoyed
Oh,
that.
nice.
So far today's going good.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, man, I ain't had no French toast in a while, man. I need to get some of that, man. Do something, man. Even if it's from
Oh
Egos,
man.
man, at the grocery store, I don't even care. I gotta do that. I love me some French toast. See, I'm not pancakes are all right, man, but you know they soak up all the syrup, man. Then it's like some big congenial glob, man. After a while, it's like, all right, yeah, give me some French toast, man. French toast is all right. Now I was saying, man, yeah, like Remy was saying a second ago, man, you know, chanting Powerglider. But I say you can get that, you know, Powerglider, Powerglider. You can get a chant like that going, man. You know, it sound pretty good. Get a little rhythm going. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. It's crazy with that chant. Like the chant I mostly get is Eddie, and the one that it's blowing up right now is every time I'm out there, I always say like little car noise, vroom vroom, and I got a chant out of that. I'm hearing people say vroom vroom, vroom vroom. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, we
nice.
go, we're revving up the
That's awesome.
engine. Let's go.
That's awesome. That's right. That's right. Yeah, and speaking of Eddie, real quick, man. Yeah, you were talking about that. I got to see him wrestle one time. It was against the Big Show. It was at a house show, you know, here in Delaware or whatever. It was up at U.A.D. And I remember when Eddie came out, it was all the kids ran up to the side except my buddy and I. We're like, you know, early mid-20s. You know, what I mean, there were just like all these little kids and these two grown men, you know, just running over the side. But we were like, yeah, oh look, Eddie, and then Big Show rolls by. I swear he's the biggest human I've ever seen in my life, man. I was like, but they had a good match, man. I mean, I remember the Big Show slapped Eddie Guerrero, and his palm print was at like his belly button, and his fingertip was like up here from the red mark, and you know, coming down. I was like, oh, man.
Oh my God.
Whole abdomen. I was just like, man, it's crushed in. I was like, no, I'm good, man. I don't know,
Ooh,
man.
man.
See, that's why. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pay. I don't want to get into that, man. I'll pay so y'all do that, man. See, y'all take the chops, man. I don't know about all that, man. Now,
Oh
who are
man,
your
them
other
chops are
favorites?
real, man. Them chops.
Oh yeah, hey, I do training, man, for like ref, you know, managing stuff every Tuesday and stuff, and oh yeah, I've learned how to take bumps and all that. Yeah, nah, man, yeah. Anybody like, oh man, that's all. You want to come on down to training and practice or whatever, man? I guarantee you, you'll be like, no, I'm good, and then roll out and be like, yeah, that's what I thought. You know what I mean? Woo!
Ooh, boy.
Oh, I know. So, other than AJ Styles and stuff, man, who was like your favorites growing up?
Oh man, so man, my favorites that I was growing up watching, AJ Styles was one of them. Eddie was another one, but my other two is Adam Cole and Johnny
Mm.
Gargano. Those two
Ooh,
guys
nice.
right there, I study a lot from those two guys. Watching them do a lot of ring work, man. I'm telling you, man, Adam Cole, his W right now is like it was. I was amazing all those matches he had in NXT, and especially Johnny, man, he can go. Dude is fucking
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Like. I
Mm-hmm.
love watching his matches. Even that's where me and Nate got our like kind of tag team like chemistry watching Johnny and Champa when they were a team together. And NXT, we're like, man, these guys are having the best matches ever. Like those two guys are my like other that I love so much. My other two guys I love watching when they're competing in the ring and always studying or rewatching some matches they had, especially for Adam Cole. We went 1-on-1 with Ricochet for that Northern title.
Mm.
That right there, man, blew me away. I remember watching that match live on the WWE Network at NXT. I fell in love more with Adam Cole.
That's right. Now, did you get to see NXT last night and SummerSlam over the weekend and stuff?
I got to see SummerSlam. I didn't get. I'm today. I was gonna later on tonight. I'm good to see NXT. I didn't get the chance to watch NXT, but I got to see SummerSlam, and man, oh man, there's some goods and there's some bads into SummerSlam, my guy.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, all right, all right. I won't ask anything about NXT or whatever. I won't say nothing about that. Trying to spoil it for you, man. So I'll just talk about SummerSlam. But yeah, what was your favorite match of the night, man? SummerSlam.
My favorite match
If you could.
for SummerSlam, besides Roman and Cena, man, it was let's see, what was that? Edge and Seth Rollins. That
Yes.
was my
Whew.
favorite match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, especially when Edge came out with the Brood music. You know, I was like, oh man, you know,
Oh
17, you know,
man.
17 teenage me was like, oh man, yes, yes. I
Man,
should
I
have
feel
knew
like
better,
that
man.
match right there was that match, I think it was the best matchup of the night. Like honestly, like those guys stole the show for me.
Hmm. Yeah, we had a little prediction show, and I was like, you know what? I think Rollins, man, he's going to get it, man, because But I should have knew better when he on Friday we gave him a bloodbath and stuff, man. I should have been like, you know what? I should have knew better, man. It's like see, but whatever, man. It's
Oh
all good.
man.
But yeah, I did like Cena and all. Yeah, I always like watching Cena come back and wrestle, man. He's always it's always good, you know what I mean? I did like Brock coming out, so it's like okay, I think they're going to do Roman's going to get past the Brock, and then maybe the Rock comes back, you know what I mean? And then it's like I'm really the head of the table or something, you know. I'm hoping
Oh
they do
man.
that, man. That'd be awesome. But you know how
Oh
busy
man,
the
that's
Rock
surprise.
is, man.
Yeah,
That's right.
he's a really busy guy with movies.
That's right. I did like Damian Priest and Sheamus. That match was real good too. I like that, man. Damian
Hey,
Priest, man, I like him
that
winning
was
the
another good
belt.
one.
Yeah, that was a good one. That Bliss match and all, yeah. I'm happy Doudrop, did her thing. I'm glad hopefully she'll go back to Piper Niven, man.
Oh man. See the match, man. The one thing that confused me in SummerSlam, like everybody's right now even talking about it, the way they brought back Becky. Like her return was good,
Oh
it was
yeah.
awesome, but it was a bad way to make her return be
Mm,
like that. Like for me, it's just like okay, Sasha didn't make it, then Bianca just got thrown away like that less than 30 seconds. Like I'm so confused. Like what is going on right now with the women's
hmm
division right here? Like something's not right. And next thing you know, we see Becky win the title. I'm like, okay, Becky's back on top of the title. And then the Raw Women's Champion over there is back on Charlotte. I'm like,
hmm
yo, what is going
Yeah.
on right now? And then I haven't seen an NXT match. That I haven't seen the NXT Women's title match, but I love I saw the promo videos for that match. I'm like Dakota Kai and Gonzalez going, hey man, it's gonna be a banger. I feel like it's gonna be a banger, so I'm gonna watch it tonight. And I'm hoping it's gonna be fire. Like for me, I
Yeah.
think the NXT Women's divisions are like out on fire right now than the main roster because I don't know what are they doing, but come on, man. Like Charlotte back on top again, and then Becky just having the title again. I'm already kind of tired of seeing this now. Like
That's
it's
right.
already like it just. I'm happy that Becky's back as the man, but come on, like not like this for me.
Yeah. Yeah, when Becky came back, I was like, all right, man, yeah, I like this and all. And then it was like, yeah, how about we go, the BST, the EST, and I was like, all right, we're gonna get Becky and Bianca, all right, because Bianca and Sasha headlined WrestleMania. Was it night 1 or 2? One of the nights they headlined it. They were the main events. So I'm like, yeah, here we go. I was all happy, and then it was like, yeah, what? Yeah, this is I was like,
Yep.
man, I was like, the disrespect, man, the audacity they had, the audacity. That was
Yeah.
now I'm not gonna hate on Becky, because she was going out there doing her job, you know what I mean? But oh my God,
Yeah.
that was, But man, how they gonna do that? Oh yeah, I
Oh
agree.
man.
Oh, that was messed up. Now,
I
when I was doing a little
already
research,
excited to see.
go ahead. You were saying, see what?
Yeah, I was already excited. Wanted to see that rematch of Sasha and Bianca for WrestleMania because when they made evented on night one,
yeah.
when I watching that match live, oh my God, it took the women's division to a whole nother level. I'm like, oh, let's go. This is what I'm loving about the women's right here. I'm like, and I thought for a second we're gonna get this rematch. We got, I'm like, for here SummerSlam, and then that it didn't happen. And when I saw Becky come out, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do this, Becky and Bianca, let's do this. Like, I don't know what was the idea behind all that. Like, yeah, let's go ahead get Becky out, but beat her in like less than 30 seconds. I'm like, wow, just that for me, just like we're back in square one again. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was I don't know if they could be like, oh man, we were pressed for time. Like, man, he had Ms. TV going out there, you know what I mean? It going on for 20 minutes. Man, he couldn't take 10 minutes off of that and have just a quick paced banger match between them two. Oh my God. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever, man. Oh man. Yes. Now, when I was doing a little research, I was watching some of your matches, man. I gotta say, man, did you take karate or something when you were younger, man? 'Cause you got like what Jim Ross would say, you got those educated feet, man. You're saying here, you just destroy people. Those feet and those knees, man, like some Muay Thai or whatever. I'm like, woo, man, yo. What kind of degree do
Oh
your feet got, man? They doctors, man, PhDs, like master's degree, like dang.
man. Whoa. The secret behind that, like, yes, I did took some like kickboxing back in like during my junior year, and I never told anybody, so I'm just right now. It's the first time ever I'm telling everybody in the world that I did a little kickboxing back then during my junior year time. But yeah, them strikes are really coming in. Like all those time learning kickboxing that year, man, it's paying off. It's paying off.
That's right. Yeah, man. I was like, woo. Yeah, man. I was like, oh man, those are nasty. Woo, man. Oh man, I was feeling them every time you're landing. I was like, oh man,
Ooh, man.
man. So yeah, you were also talking about you were an amateur wrestler like all through school, man. I used to do that also, man. What was the like biggest thing for you going from amateur, training to be a pro, man? Was it like because in amateur wrestling you're low sizing them up, man. But like you go lock up in the ring, it's supposed to be all like that's why I get yelled at a lot for. So I don't know. What was the biggest thing for you?
Man. Ooh, okay. So when it comes to amateur style wrestling, I remember I was having a blast in those 4 years, like learning all these techniques, these maneuvers, to get people in these like ways to win a match in that pin, just get that single pin to win it. It's like learning from different type of coaches. I remember going to all my summers. I went to all these wrestling camps for amateur style wrestling. We did all these crazy trainings, having these weights, running around drills. Man, it was something I was living like, yo, let's go. All these styles we had to do on the mat. Like I could you the most craziest drill I did when it came to amateur style wrestling. We had to go outside and run a whole entire football yard with a person like in a fireman carry and take that person all the way straight down and back. And man, the heat at that time was killing us, but I was so motivated. Like I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna keep pushing myself, There's no quitting here. But man, it was just like I was like a blast in those years, going to different like schools and hosting all these casts for amateur style wrestling. And then when I made the transition to professional style wrestling, it was just like my amateur style was still in there, loving it, but in the professional wrestling world, like I took some techniques and put into my moveset here in professional style wrestling. Like, man, it just right now for me, the wrestling is just something I really love forever. Like I kid you not, since high school and now, man, it's just something I really, really love.
Oh yeah, I love the amateur wrestling, man. You're talking about that. Man, I used to do the same thing, man. All seasons during the season, I used to have my dad drag me every weekend to a tournament. I don't know how many. I remember when I first started. Man, I don't know how many times I went there. My dad would pay like 20, 30, $40. I'd go out there first match, lose, and then come home. And then once it clicked, oh yeah, I was. I think my mom still has all my trophies or whatever. You know what I mean? All the stuff I won, man.
Oh
It's
man.
crazy, man. Oh yeah, I love wrestling too, man. It was awesome. What I used to do, I used to always wrestle a weight class above, because I remember I wrestled like right where my weight was, and I had to cut weight all year and couldn't eat. And I was like, "F this." Oh man, I'm going to wrestle above, man. So I can play mind games with people. So I'll go in on weigh-ins. You know what I mean? They're all like haven't eaten in days. You know what I mean? Sucking on ice chips. I'm over here with a sub or a piece of pizza, just right on there, standing on the thing, like, "Hey man, what's up?" That's my opponent right there. I'm like, "Oh man, this is good, man. Woo!" And I'm like, I'm good to go. I'm like,
Oh
yeah, all right,
man.
let's roll. They would be hot.
Oh man. Yeah, those were the times back in those amateur style wrestling. Like we had so many tournaments we had to go in our like we every single time throughout the whole school year they gave us our schedule of all the events we had, like the matches, what school we're up against, on what tournaments are we going. And I kid you not, man, at the beginning it was tough. I was a big boy at that time in freshman year. Like man, I was like 198 and wrestling at the 200 weight class. And throughout the whole year, I was just cutting down, going like finding a way that's perfect for me. And the way that I did find was around the 152 weight class. I made that weight in my junior year, which is crazy. Like I did so many different types of like workouts, routine to lose that amount of weight. Like coming from one almost to 200 pounds to 150 was like it was an accomplishment for me. But when I made myself to that weight class, man, it was just like crazy how to like stay at that weight. I had to do so many like my eating habits had to change at that time. Like crazy. It was like every time I made the weight, I always had a PB and J ready to go after to eat right away because it was something I really enjoyed a lot. And when I made the way after the schedule has going on, like, okay, you passed it. I'm like, cool. And I eat myself a little PJ before my match come up. And dude, I was just like so into every single match I had. Like one tournament, man, I came so close, like to winning that whole thing. I came second place, but the guy beat me by 2 points. We went all three rounds, and I just needed those 2 points, and I was just trying to find a way to get them, like to like reverse them in the position we were at. And then I look at the clock, like I gave a little maybe 5 seconds at a glimpse at the clock, and I'm like, oh my god, I only have 30 seconds left. I gotta find a way to get those 2 points so that maybe we tie with the guy or try to beat him. But man, it bummed me out that I couldn't get that win. Then my senior year, which it took like by the end of junior, I got to meet regionals, got to experience how it was regionals. But my senior year, I was trying to make it to state, which I was really close. Like I got past the district. District I came second place. Regionals, I was in the quarterfinals and regionals, and the dude beat me just by 1 point, one single point. And it hurt me, and so I'm like, damn, this is my end. This is my end of my season. Like I gave it all my senior year. Like senior year, I was like, if I remember my record correctly, I was maybe 15-5, 15 wins and 5 losses, and man, it hurt me at that time that I didn't get to state. Like state was the #1 goal for me, and coming to the quarterfinals, losing by a point, I was bummed out. I was like, man, this sucks. I wanted to make history. I wanted to do something like be the first one out of the school I was in high school, the first one to make it in state. And I was close, and people believed me. I was like, it was so much pressure at the time. So much pressure was on me. Like I gotta make this. Like everybody's believing in me, and just like not taking up that win, man, it crushed me deeply in the inside. Like I let everybody down, but everybody congratulated me. They said you gave it your all. You represent us good out there, Eddie. Like, dude, win or lose, you're gonna be like the best in the future. I'm like, man. And next thing you know, here I am making the jump to the professional wrestling world. Everybody, all my high school teammates, all that, they're surprised. He's like, oh my God, you're living your dreams. The one dream you told us back in high school, you're living it up. Like, my God, we're seeing you on these flyers, we're seeing you on these match cards, we're seeing you everywhere. Like, some people say that is not you. That cannot be you. Like, when they look at me in the promo pictures and everything, I'm like, is that really you? I'm like, yeah. Nah, it's not you. It can't be you. I'm like, take a closer look, and it's me. Like,
that's right.
Man, the journey right now is like so amazing.
That's right. Yeah, I was gonna ask, man, how do y'all qualify for states over there in Texas, man? Yeah, even fourth in regionals, the quarterfinals, the regional in Texas, all the talent y'all got over there. Woo! Yeah. Because like here in Delaware, man, yeah, they do. How was it when I got to states? I remember one year I didn't even wrestle in the conference, and I still made it. They did it based on record, and if you won the conference, you get a higher seed, and then top 5 were guaranteed, and then rest were like based on record, something like that. Something like that. They might have changed it by now, but yeah, that's kind of how they did. We didn't have regional or whatever. It was just you win your conference, yeah, you there. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, yeah, because we're so
not over here. I remember at that time. At the time, you had to either play as good and whatever weight class you're in district. So make it to state, it starts in district. Whatever you place in district, you go to regionals. Like first, second, third, and fourth will go to regionals. So I got second. Then regionals, it comes down to you have to first place. You have to win the entire weight class to make it to state, which was really competitive. Like in Texas, man, there's a lot of great talent. I kid you not, there was a lot of great wrestlers I was watching. Like, damn, these guys are badass. And so if you make it first place in regionals, if it may be second, it's gonna blur in my mind. But I remember you had to make first place in regionals to qualify in state. And over here in state, it took place in Houston, Texas. Like whatever in our time, in our district area, all the places, the final big place would take place in Houston, Texas. Like they will send you and your coach will go in this reserve hotel for you guys, and right there, state takes place in this one area. I'm like, damn, okay. So I had to either maybe get first or second to make it to state, which was really competitive. Like And I was so into like I was like training so hard that week and coming close. Like, man, that was a dream I wanted to have. Like headline in the newspaper we had at the time of our high school. Like, oh, Eddie Martinez is going to stay, but it was really competitive. We was really competitive. Like, man, the competition was real. Like, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I believe it, man. Yeah, Texas. Oh man, yeah, y'all down there. Just you tear it up, man. You got this. Plus, it's so big, man. It's like, woo, man. I'm over here wrestling. All these people on the East Coast, man. Thinking, it's like I've never wrestled. Than people over there, west of Mississippi and all that, man. Yeah, woo, man. See, my favorite thing to do was the tech fall. I never really liked pin. Yeah, it was all right, man. Because I always thought anybody could get pinned or whatever, man. I could shoot in on you, bam, cement mixer, boom. I'm stuck. I'm done. You know what I mean? Hey. But a tech fall, I just embarrassed you in front of your mama, your dad, your team, your girl. You know what I mean? You just got beat bad. I just took you down, got back points, let you up. Oh man, yeah, I used to love doing that, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah. So, man, power, your Powerglider and stuff, man. Yeah, I seen on your thing, man. Street racing and stuff, man. Are you street racing? Do you drag race, man? When'd you get into that? Oh man, that's pretty cool, man.
Oh man,
I like watching drag racing.
So, hey, think about that with the Powerglider, man. They actually started like in real life. I remember when I got my driver's license by the end of senior year, man. I was always me and my friends. We always went to these places. And we used to drag race with other people, and then that's where I got hooked into racing right there, drag racing. Like, there's some times we almost like, God was like, but we managed to like get away and stuff like that. Like, I don't recommend nobody do that. Like, kids, if you guys watch this, do not do this. Like, stay away from this. At the time, I was being stupid at the time, but I was just enjoying racing. But when later on, and in professional wrestling, when I got the name to Powerglider, I got it by watching my favorite Fast and the Furious movie, Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift right there, it's my favorite Fast and the Furious movie, and that's where I got the name, the Powerglider. So I'm like, oh man, I'm like watching them. I watched the movie multiple times. I'm like, man, these are just powergliding through. And when I remember saying that one sentence with that word, I'm like, Powerglider. Powerglider. Throughout the whole day, I kept repeating myself to that, and I said, Powerglider. That's a dope name. Take me that. Let's go. And next thing you know, I put it into my name, the Powerglider Eddie Martinez, the man with the speed, the man who's faster than fast, quicker than quick. I'm like, let's do this. I loved it. And next thing you know, I took up, and the one thing a lot of people like remember me by is like, Eddie Martinez, bro, you got to see this guy. He has so many different variety of colors. He might have this color, he might have that color. Like, I kid you not, like my gear color is up there. Like, there's so many different colors. It's because the way I'm doing it, because every single color, it's like I'm representing a different car that I got. I had this vehicle in this color. Like watching Fast and Furious, seeing Vin Diesel and all these like different cars they got every single time in each movie. That's what I'm doing. Every single time I have a different color of gear. It always come out. Like you may see me wearing red on this one. You may be seeing me blue on this one. Like all the colors. It's showing that Eddie Martinez, the Powerglider, has all these different cars.
That's right. So can you drift, man? Can you drift in a car, man? I've been too scared to get in my car to drift, man. I'm like, I don't know if insurance will cover it, man. I have to be like, yo, a deer ran out in front of me, like something, man, just in case something happened.
I think I might be a little rusty on that. It's been a minute. It's been a while, years for that, but I might be a little rusty.
That's right. Now, man, if you have to, like, say you get enough money, man, like your son or your big contract or something, you got enough money, man. What's your dream car you're getting, man? Do you have one?
Oh man,
or is there a few? Is there a few? Car. You can have a few, man.
It's just one dream car.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't have a few. That's too many. But one dream car that for me, I really want to have is an F-150. That's my dream car.
Okay.
I'm a truck type of person, but that's why I'm like, oh man, a truck. We always picture you in like a Mustang or something. Like, a truck for me, it's skull to guts. Like the F-150 is my dream car.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Yeah, trucks ain't bad, man. I used to drive a truck all the time. It was a 5-speed stuff, man. It wasn't F-150, man. I always drove Chevys and stuff. My dad would drive them. Just whatever. But yeah, man, trucks are cool, man. I drive a Honda now, and like if I use my dad's truck and I drive it, he's got a truck, I'm like, and I go and get in my car, I'm just like, man, I'm like low to the earth, like, what in the world? Oh man, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, man. If I like me, see, I like American Muscle, man. I get the super car from Supernatural, the Nova. You know, that old school Nova, man. That would be mine, man.
Oh
I would
man, that
rock that.
supernatural
Like,
one.
yeah, that's probably what I would do. That's probably what I would do. Yeah, trucks, man. I would probably have a truck, man. Yeah, I would definitely get one, man. You know, put some big wheels on it or something, man, so I can go mudding or something, man. Do something. Now, being down there in Dallas, man, you a Cowboys fan?
Yes, sir. I am a Dallas Cowboys fan to the fullest, man. Like my whole family here, we're all Dallas Cowboys. We love that's our like number one team when it comes to NFL. Like Dallas Cowboys all the way.
That's right.
I remember used to be, man, back in high school, I was always competing with a couple of my friends on our fantasy football teams we have going on the app, and man, we always like our train quarterbacks and all that. But most of the time, at that time, I think I was transition. I was still lower than the Cowboys, but I was more likely being a New England Patriots fan at that time. Man, I kind of like New England Cowboys at. It was at that
Mhm.
2016. I was loving New England a lot, but then the transition happened. Like I fell more in love with the Dallas Cowboys later on.
That's right. Yeah, man. I see. I know a lot. See, being in Delaware, man, you think being close to Philly and DC and stuff, there'd be a lot of Washington or Eagles fans and stuff, man. But you would be amazed how many Cowboys fans, what I mean, you see, man. It's like a lot of my friends, what I mean. It's like I swear, man. I'll talk to Cowboys fans around here every year. They're winning the Super Bowl, and it's like, yeah, I remember my boy one year looked me in the eye. I was like, they're going undefeated. Who can beat them? I was like, what? And then usually, yeah, you talk to fans around Dallas and all. It's like, yeah, man, I think, we can do something this year, doing that. Like, all right, yeah, realistic expectation. Man, the people outside of Dallas, I don't know what kind of peyote they drink or whatever, man. It's like, are you serious? I remember my boy, we had that discussion. I was like, so they're better than the '08 Patriots. You're going to tell me that? Like, oh my God, I remember. I never let him live that down, man. I'll never let it to this day. He's like, I know, man. I know. I'm like, but yeah,
Man.
yeah. But you see, I can't really talk, man. I'm a Dolphins fan and stuff, man, because Baltimore didn't have a team when I was a kid. That's how old I am. So, what I mean, I was like, Dan Marino's my guy, so I'll be a Miami fan.
Oh man.
Now, I do gotta ask, man, before I pass it on back to Remy, man. Being wrestling for as long as you have, or whatever, man. Have you ever had any backstage or funny road stories that have happened to you? Maybe somebody forgot their gear. Something crazy happened on the ride to a show or something.
Oh man, the funny story I had, man, I think it was when me and Nate, we were getting ready for our tag team match, and he was like, "Oh man, I forgot my shirt." So I ordered custom horsepower T-shirts we had. But back of our shirt has our names. So mine and our front shirt says horsepower, but back of our shirt says each one of our names. Like mine says hashtag Eddie Martinez, and his says hashtag Nate Collins. But remember that day of the show, he forgot my shirt, he left it, and he was like, "Damn, I don't have a shirt." And luckily, I had a backup T-shirt. I always carried a backup shirt for some reason. I like, oh, every time I go, I always have a backup shirt. And I remember at that moment, like, I got you, Nate. Like, what do you mean? I had a backup T-shirt. Like, I still got another shirt here. And he was like, "Where did you get that?" I'm like, "I'm always carrying a backup shirt. Well, if one of us doesn't bring the other shirt." So luckily, at that time, it was just like that was a little funny story we had. Like, he was kind of like, "Oh man, where's my shirt? Where's my shirt?" So he was like, I remember we had only had 2 minutes before our match was about to come up. He's looking for a shirt, like he was losing his mind. But luckily, I had that shirt, and next thing you know, we came out with our horsepower T-shirt. And then late on the night, he found his shirt. It was he left it in his closet by accident. He thought he had it, but he left it in his closet. That was a little funny
Hmm.
story I had with him. But man,
Yeah, hey, man, hey, something it happens, man. It happens. I mean, those things will happen, man. It's all good. But yeah, man. Before I pass it on back to Remy, I do want to say, man, thank you for taking time out of your day coming on chatting with us, man. I love chatting about wrestling. Amateur wrestling is always awesome, man. I always like talking about that, man. Bring back old school days and stuff. And yeah, man, I
oh
wish y'all
man,
nothing but I wish you nothing but the positive things. I hope you and your tag team partner, I hope y'all are going to win the belts. Y'all win Saturday. Y'all tear it up. And then next journey, man, y'all get some goals. So next time we see y'all, man, y'all just holding belts like Ultimate Dragon style, man. Just collect them everywhere you go.
hey, the goal is gonna come our way.
That's right. Yeah, I'm pulling for you, man.
Hey, Eddie, really and truly, man. Hey, thank you very much for actually giving us an opportunity. You know, it was a pleasure having you on the on our show, and you know, we wish you and Nate best of luck at the show this at Lucha Brutal's Hold My Beer this Saturday, August 28th. So yes, for those of y'all that are in Texas, definitely go ahead and check out this show. You got a lot of great stars on it. Shout out to Greg Teg, who actually told us about his show. And I'm gonna do a shameless plug right here. If you're in Dallas, Texas, and you're a pro wrestler, a referee, or anything, and you want a great photo or whatnot, hit up Greg Teg, man. Greg Teg can make you look good. I can't wait to go to Dallas because that's gonna be one of the first people I hit up. I'm like, yo, Greg Teg, your boy got the fresh fade. He got the brand new clothes on. What it do? Let's make it happen, Captain. But yeah, man. Hey, Eddie, before we let you go, man, where can fans find you on social media if they want to find out when your next appearance is? If they want to purchase horsepower merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
Oh man, so you can find me on social media. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. My Instagram is the Powerglider underscore Eddie. On Twitter, you can find me at the Powerglider underscore EM. And on Facebook, all you gotta do is just type the Powerglider Eddie Martinez. And right then and there, you can see my page, or you can see my account. You want to go ahead and add it right there on Facebook. So that's how you can find me on my social media platforms. And also, if you do want to get some merch and you want to get some horsepower t-shirt, you can check out my Pro Wrestling Tee store. Just go on Pro Wrestling Tees and type the Power Glider Eddie Martinez, and boom, you see 5 different merch shirts I have going on right now. You can go ahead and get a horsepower t-shirt in there as well.
Hey, yo, y'all heard the man. He has merch for sale. Go to Pro Wrestling Tees. Go cop go cop a horsepower shirt. If you can't make the show, this is another way you could support indie wrestling. Is buying your favorite wrestlers merch. So go ahead and cop it. They do this for y'all. So definitely go ahead and show some love, especially if you're from Texas. If you're from Texas and you don't cop one of this man's shirts, you a hater. I'm gonna say it like it is. I'm Rob Bass over here. He's gonna find you, and I'm telling you, he's gonna eat all your meals for that day too. Go support indie wrestling, man. Be serious about it, man. That's where 90%, 99% of your AEW and WWE superstars come from, is the indie circuit. So definitely go ahead and support them as well. But with that being said, it's about time for us to actually shut down the show and whatnot. But fear not, we will be back tomorrow with another exciting episode. And actually, our guest tomorrow is Eddie's tag team partner, Concrete Nate Collins. Yes, the other half of Horsepower is going to be on our show. We couldn't have one half. Now we got to have the whole thing. So we're going to have Nate Collins on tomorrow and whatnot. Yeah. But with that being said, thank you all very much for tuning in. I want to thank our both of our mods, Alicia the Warrior Princess and the Survivor Queen, Mrs. Jen, who had to leave early. You can definitely find, Alicia on Instagram and Twitter under Endo Survivor 282, and you can find her mother, like I said, Miss Jen, the Survivor Queen, on Twitter under Jen Bar 1 and Instagram under Survivor Queen 424. Thank you, ladies, for keeping all the bad guys out and bringing all the good guys in to the episode and watching us do our thing. Rob Bates, where can fans find you on social media if they want to talk wrestling and all that good stuff? And where can bookers and promoters find you on social media when they want to book you for their shows once you're done training to be a referee?
All right, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, Rob_Base82, and then Facebook and YouTube, Rob Base.
Awesome. Y'all trust me, best believe when he's done training, the Rob Bass interview is going to be happening real soon. Mark our words. You don't want to miss it too. But if you want to find me on social media, not that I have anything cool to say, but who knows, maybe you'll get lucky. You can find me on Twitter under @TheRemyBlue. You can also find me on Facebook under Remy Blue. It's a picture of me and my friend Adam at WrestleMania 28. So you can definitely add me on those platforms. Our podcast is also on social media. We're on Instagram and Twitter under Ringside Society. We're also on Facebook, which is one of the platforms where this episode is being streamed. Just type in Ringside Society. You'll find our Facebook group. Feel free to join it. And we're also on Twitch, which is our other platform where this episode is being filmed, is being streamed, and we're on Twitch under at Ringside Society 2019, and we're also on YouTube. Just type in Ringside Society and channel there. Subscribe to it. Don't not just some of the videos, all the videos, because we have a lot of cool stuff coming real soon. As a matter of fact, I mentioned it on.
He done got cut out. But yeah, he was talking about subscribe on our YouTube channel. I think we got videos coming out, more interviews coming, all that good stuff. We have past interviews. Oh, here we go. I ain't sit here and kill too much time.
Power glitch. Yeah. But yeah, I mentioned on last night's episode, and I'm gonna mention it on this episode as well. But we'll actually be back. Wait, you guys hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mentioned it on last night's episode, and I'm gonna mention again. But our special guest for Thursday will actually be Rain Cruz, who actually won the WWE ring announcer contest, and she actually got to announce the ring announce the Big E versus Baron Corbin match on the pre-show. So she will actually be on our show this Thursday as well. So yeah, we got interesting episodes like that coming up, and we have a lot of great episodes from the past, like Maddie Rankowski, Jasmine Allure, Brittany Nicole, and many other impressive episodes as well. So definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we also have a Teespring store. Yes, we have Ringside Society merch. Copper shirt, copper tank top, copper face mask, or a coffee mug. All proceeds from our sales go back to keeping our show afloat. And we haven't forgotten about our summer giveaway. We're still gonna do that. We've just been kind of busy, but we will definitely let you know. So definitely take this time if you're interested in actually winning a copy of WWE Battlegrounds. It's open to everybody. But enough babbling. With that being said, once again, thank you to everybody that tuned in live today. We really appreciate it. For those of y'all that are going to watch us later on, thank you very much in advance. And those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away, well, I'm sorry, but like myself in the Golden Corral and Rob Bass at the Hershey theme park in Pennsylvania, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. So with that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we are very well aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. Or not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for one half of the up-and-coming and newest tag team in Texas, Horsepower. What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. And with that being said, we're still going through a pandemic. So until it's over, be safe, be healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.
Stay classy, Delaware.